Okay, it's Joe here again, as known as Milk Crate 82 on YouTube. I'm taking a little break here. I'm still in the process of straightening the hood on my 77 C10, but I'm going to take a break here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this a separate video. I'm going to make effectively a fixture, a sort of a jig, to help me straighten this hood out. And I'm going to use this piece of 1-inch angle iron. It's got a 1/8 inch thickness, but it's 1 by 1. And I'm going to use that. I'm going to make a little jig off the fender to help me straighten out that hood. And I'll show you that process, and hopefully this will help me out a lot. Just wanted to point out one little tip here. Today it's really the dog park here at my house today. There's my little girl Hallie. But we got 4 dogs here at the house. This is Pilot, belongs to my roommate's twin sister. There's Betty, that's my roommate's dog. And there's Lucy over there by the fence, that's my roommate's girlfriend's dog. So we got 4 dogs here today. And just a bit of a safety precaution if you got dogs. Don't run your welder when your dogs are outside. You can tell children and you can tell adults not to stare at the arc from the welder, but you can't tell that to dogs, and they are just drawn to it like a magnet. They just want to stare at it. They think it's extremely interesting. So the same thing will happen to them as will happen to you, is you could potentially go blind. So, best case scenario is they just get a little bit of flash burn on their eyes. Worst case scenario is they go completely blind. And I had a friend of mine who had his dog out in the garage with him when he was welding, and his dog was a Labrador, only about 3 years old at the time, and his dog went completely blind, and it was because she was watching him weld. So put your dogs in the house when you fire up your welder, because they will stare at the arc, and it can do just as much damage to their eyes as it can do to your eyes. So just a little tip there. So here's my piece of angle iron. I cut it to length, and then what I did is I just made some relief cuts. You see one there going down, and that's so I can match the curve of that fender. Now there's not a whole lot of curve to it, so you don't need a ton of relief cuts, but as many as I've got here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 relief cuts, and I just held it up to the fender, and it seems to follow the line of the fender real well. So I'll get started making the backing plate, and I'll show you that. Okay, so I got these little pieces cut here. These are my little bridges that I'm going to weld in between my relief cuts here, and I'm doing this so that I can clamp them in place instead of just welding up these relief cuts, just welding up the seams, because what I'm worried about is I'll get the whole thing positioned correctly and bent correctly, but when I weld it, when it cools, it's going to pull. So what I can do with these is clamp them in place and hopefully minimize any of that pullback. I might have to overstretch the piece just a little to compensate for that shrinkage, but I got these little things cut. I'm going to let them cool off a little bit and then clean them up, and hopefully I still have electricity. I got the Encore Energy guy here at my house, and he's replacing my electric meter, changing it from the analog to the digital. So I may not have electricity, but I'll keep going as long as I can, and keep filming. Alright, here I am working on the tool. I've tack welded all the little spacers, or little bridges basically, all along where the relief cuts were made, and it follows the line of the fender pretty good. There's a couple little gaps. I mean, it's not super perfect. I do think I'm going to have to come back in this area and make another 1 or 2 relief cuts and little tabs. So I'll do that and see how it is. And there it is, a real simple little fixture, sort of a sturdy template to help me straighten out this hood. You can see here towards the front, maybe if I can get the right angle on it, but it does dip down there towards the front and tilts up just a tad to at the back. So yeah, just a real simple little jig, and I'll put it on here and see how we are. And so yeah, we're still quite a bit off. So, but now I got this little fixture, I can hopefully do a better job of straightening out this hood. And so now I just got to get back to working on the hood, and I'll keep shooting videos of that. So thanks for watching.